The fight for the president's Supreme Court pick begins this week as Republicans hold a slim majority in the upper chamber. One America's Alex Salvi takes a look at what senators to keep an eye on during the process.
It requires 51 votes in the Senate to approve Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh, but the fight will likely come down to a handful of lawmakers. Hearings begin on Tuesday for the president's nominee, and with the passing of Arizona Senator John McCain, Republicans hold a slim 50-49 majority in the upper chamber. Therefore, the focus shifts to red state Democrats.
We go through all the paper and all the opinions have been written and said and talked about, and we're looking at that very diligently, and we're waiting for his judicial hearing, and I think the hearing will give us an insight on which way we go from there.
Democrat Senators Joe Manchin of West Virginia, Heidi Heitkamp of North Dakota, and Joe Donnelly of Indiana voted in favor of the president's prior pick, Neil Gorsuch, in 2017. They joined Senators John Tester of Montana, Claire McCaskill of Missouri, and Bill Nelson of Florida, who all have to face their conservative constituencies come November. But another red state Democrat to keep an eye on is Alabama Senator Doug Jones.
I don't think my role is a rubber stamp for the president, but it's also not an automatic knee-jerk no either.
After winning a special election to replace the seat of Attorney General Jeff Sessions, Jones doesn't have to run again this November, leaving his status in limbo. He has to decide whether he wants to represent the Republican majority in his state or if he wants to stay loyal along party lines. But perhaps swaying Democrats to vote in favor of Kavanaugh isn't as important as putting pressure on Republican senators to support his confirmation.
Got a lot of other appointments today, too, I understand.
Yes. Hold that.
Senators Susan Collins of Maine and Lisa Murkowski of Alaska have proven to be independent representatives in their own right. Both individuals voted against the Obamacare repeal last year and are once again citing health care issues and access to reproductive assistance in their concerns.
We talked about whether he considered Roe to be settled law. He said that he agreed with what Justice Roberts said at his nomination hearing, in which he said that it was settled law.
On top of that, neither lawmaker has to face re-election this November, much like Kentucky Senator Rand Paul.
Judge Kavanaugh will have my support and my vote to confirm him to the High Court.
Paul has said he'll support Kavanaugh's confirmation, but he's known to flash his libertarian independence every now and then to break away from the party.
I am hopeful that Judge Kavanaugh will respect the Fourth Amendment. My conversations with him reinforce my belief that he will evaluate cases before the Supreme Court from a textual and a originalist point of view.
Concerns over government surveillance and other privacy issues could sway the Kentucky lawmaker, who's shown a hesitancy regarding Kavanaugh in the past. Another Republican senator to keep an eye on is Nevada Senator Dean Heller, who does have to face voters in November. He's perhaps the most vulnerable Republican in the Senate, as he's running in a state narrowly carried by Hillary Clinton in 2016.
He's a mainstream jurist who's proven that he is dedicated to defending the Constitution and upholding the rule of law, not rewriting it from the bench.
Heller suggested he'll support Kavanaugh's confirmation, but with midterm elections right around the corner, he too has to decide between his party and the people of Nevada this November. Voters will have more information to go off of after hearings begin on September 4th. Alex Salvi, One America News.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.